Jurassic World Evolution 2 is now over, and with the development of Jurassic World Evolution 3 beginning, it is now time to start theorizing about gameplay mechanics, and most importantly, dinosaur additions. So, I think I'm gonna do that. Best in Slot just released a video about the dinosaurs he would add to Jurassic World Evolution 3. And it was a pretty great video, and I recommend y'all watch it. But here's my list. And unlike his, I'm also going to be having aquatics and flyers on this list. So, let's get into it. Our first creature is Hesperornis. Longtime fans of the channel would know that I have all I want for Christmas is Hesperornis. Attachment to Hesperornis. It's my most wanted creature at the moment and the only aquatic on the list, as in my opinion, I think the aquatic roster is pretty good right now. There's nothing that we really need in the lagoons except Hesperornis in my opinion. They could do a lot of fun things with its animations since it has to get up on the lagoon rock, and more creatures using the lagoon rock is always good. And since it's a feathered species, its skins are also going to be quite good. The next three creatures are all from the same place and time. The late Cretaceous of Madagascar. The Rapetosaurus, Simacucus, and Machikosaurus. Rapetosaurus is a medium-sized titanosaur and one of the most well-known titanosaurs, and I believe it could be a really cool addition to the game. Being an armored titanosaur means that it would be quite unique in the game, and they could do a lot of fun things with the skins because of its osteoderms. And something I want them to add to Jurassic World Evolution 3 is species-specific kill animations, like Triceratops and T-Rex getting specific kill animations for each other. Hear me out. Majungasaurus and Rapetosaurus could get these animations because we do believe that Majungasaurus hunted Rapetosaurus. And ever since Dimetrodon came out, the floodgates have been opened for non-dinosaur land creatures. And I believe Simacucus would be a great addition to the game. As seen in Prehistoric Planet, it is absolutely adorable, and because I know Frontier loves doing this, they could even reuse the Lystrosaurus rig. And I believe it could just have a lot of fun skins and animations. There isn't really another creature like it. And our final creature from late Cretaceous Madagascar is Machikosaurus. It would be our first Noasaurid in the game, and another small cute dinosaur that could fit in well. They could give it small feathering, like little hairs, because there's not really any creatures that have little hairs for feathering. All the feathered creatures have very dense feathering, except Velociraptor, I guess, but that doesn't count. And they could do a lot of fun things with the skins, especially with its protruding teeth. They could give the teeth unique colors when they protrude out. Our next creature is the Mongolian Mononychus. As seen in Prehistoric Planet, again, it is extremely cute and the little arms are absolutely adorable. They could do a lot of fun things with the eating and social animations with it. And it would be another creature that should eat from the insect feeder. And if a third game does add enrichment, which I think it should, a log or termite mound for it to dig into would be a great addition. Eudanoceratops would be one of the most unique additions to the game. Eudanoceratops is an absolute beauty, and I believe they could do a lot of fun things with its fighting animations. Imagine this: Eudanoceratops versus Metriacanthosaurus. The Metriacanthosaurus is low, so the Eudanoceratops grabs it by the neck and shakes it. That would be a really cool kill animation. And they could also just do a lot of fun things with the socials and skins. And I think it's a no-brainer addition to Jurassic World Evolution 3. The Triassic Plateosaurus is probably the most requested creature currently, and it's definitely deserved. I've been trying to add a lot of unique creatures on this list, but this game doesn't really need a Noosaurid. This game feels really weird without a prosauropod though. It feels extremely jarring in fact. And Jurassic World Evolution 2 also just needs a lot more Triassic creatures. And Plateosaurus would fit the bill. There's nothing in the game really like it right now. Mipe Macrothornax is one of the coolest dinosaurs discovered in the last decade. The lack of Megaraptors until the late Cretaceous species pack was quite disappointing. But having Mipe representing more Megaraptors would be really cool and would be better. I also think it's a very unique creature. There are no other large carnivores that have a body style like Mipe with the giant arms and longer head, and I believe they could do a lot of fun things with the animations for that. Most of its attacking animation should be with its arms because they're massive and bulky, and I believe they could do a lot of fun things with the skins. it grabbing the Homalocephale and shaking it would be an amazing kill animation for the Homalocephale. It's kind of brutal that Homalocephale is giving all of these brutal death animations, and we just like it. Gargantuavis is a large bird from Hatseg Island, the same place where Hatzegopterus and Magorosaurus come from. This large bird would be similar to the size of an emu, and they could do a lot of rat-type inspired animations, like its social animation being like an emu or an ostrich, and it would be really, really funny if they gave it an emu skin. That would be extremely charming, and it's kind of just like a late Cretaceous emu, and it's a precursor for the rat-types that will evolve in the future. Therizinosaurus is one of the best Jurassic World designs, but it isn't exactly accurate. But with Nothronychus, you could have an accurate Therizinosaur in the game. Although it would be smaller than the Therizinosaurus, it's still quite a large animal and would probably be around a mid-tier. This resident of Utah could have a lot of fun skins because it's a feathered species and a lot of fun animations because of its arms. I love the Therizinosaurus, but I don't know why its social animation doesn't use its arms, and I hope they give it a beer belly. Anchiornis is a small para-AV from the Middle Jurassic of China, and it is one of the few dinosaurs that we know the full color of, and they can do a lot of fun things because of that. And I also think it's quite weird that we don't have any birds from the Mesozoic. They would fit in perfectly in the aviaries, and it's just weird that we don't have any. But with Anchiornis, we would finally have a bird-like creature in the game, and it would really fill a niche that hasn't been filled yet. Agenabia is the first hadrosaur found in Africa from sediments dating back to the late Cretaceous in Morocco. I want this small hadrosaur for two reasons. First things first, most of the small herbivores in this game are either armored or ornithomimids. Dryosaurus isn't an ornithomimid, but they kind of make it fill the ornithomimid role. And I believe a small hadrosaur would be a fun, smaller creature. And the second reason is just it has a really cool crest, and I think that they could do a lot of fun things with the colors on that crest. Bright purples, reds, greens, and cyans would be a lot of fun. Spinosaurids are rad. And the ones in this game are great, but they haven't added one since 2018, 6 years ago, and we really need another one. And I personally believe Irritator is the best pick. A smaller Spinosaurid from Brazil, they could do a lot of fun things with his pelican-like mouth, especially with the Homalocephale hunting animations. A really cool thing would be it just holding the Homalocephale in its pouch, waiting for it to suffocate. This got kind of dark quick, but they could also do a lot of fun things with the skins with the pelican pouch. And although I love the Spinosaurids in this game, I think an accurate Spinosaurid would be a great addition to the game. Postosuchus is one of the most popular creatures from the Triassic, and for good reason. This terrestrial crocodilian relative is extremely unique and would add even more creatures from the Triassic period. Since, like before, Dimetrodon and Lystrosaurus were released, the floodgates are open, and I believe they should add more non-dinosaur land creatures. And it would be really cool if Postosuchus had sounds like they did in Walking with Dinosaurs, because those sounds are amazing. And our final creature is Thalassodromeus. This unique pterosaur from the Cretaceous of Brazil would be a great addition. It would be extremely unique because there is no pterosaur really like it in the game. It has a unique crest, and we know it wasn't piscivorous. And we desperately need non-piscivorous pterosaurs in this game. Like I've said a lot of times before in this video, they could do a lot of fun things with the skins, especially on the crest. Well, that's my list of creatures I would add to Jurassic World Evolution 3. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting below your list of creatures you would add to Jurassic World Evolution 3. Well, bye-bye y'all. Have a nice day.